serious striker, credible striker as well.
Finally, bro. Finally got a prolific number 9. Let's hope he bangs. Look, I'm excited by this one. I can't lie to you. It's been a poor start to the window for a lot of clubs, Arsenal being one of them. And I understand and appreciate that Zubimendi is coming in. The problem with that one, Said, is it's not been as excited as it would have been if it hadn't have been reported back in January. Do you know what I mean? Like, if we would have been, Zubimendi looks like he's coming to Arsenal, and then 2 weeks later he's a signing, I think a lot of people would have been genuinely excited by it. But because it had taken so long, by the time we actually got there, it weren't really as exciting as it could have been or should have been. But the Gyokeres one is, man. I think the majority of people I speak to wanted Gyokeres over Sesko. There were some Arsenal fans that were like just following the way the wind blows and doing breakdowns of why Sesko would be a better profile and all this. Let's just say how it is. Gyokeres was the better signing over him than Sesko, right? So I think for me, when you look at a player who has scored that many goals in the league, it's worth taking a punt on it. I don't really care what people say. I don't think it's a massive amount of money. I don't look at that and think, wow, God, he's got a bang now. We've paid 150 million for him. So I think it's a really good signing. I like everything about him. Scores all sorts of goals. And that attack now becomes pretty lethal with him in it, because Saka already, what he does, goals and assists, creativity-wise. Obviously, we're looking at a left winger, and we've been linked with Eze and Rodrigo and Madueke and players like that. So we're not done yet in the attacking areas. So for me, I think it's an excellent signing. And I think it's one that we can all get excited about. Because for me, when you look at the links that we had, and people were talking about Ollie Watkins still, and people were like, oh, I think Arsenal might end up with Watkins or they'd want Sesko. I didn't want those because as much as I think they're good strikers, I don't think they take us across the line. And I think that I look at the reaction to a lot of other rival clubs that are going to be up there fighting with us, and they're like, damn, they got Gyokeres. They were all hoping we got Sesko or Watkins or whatever. Yeah. So I think that says it all. And I'm really buzzing for him, man. I just hope he bangs now because I've been begging for this signing because I didn't think Isak was obtainable. And I just hope that he does what I hope he's going to do, which is finish the goals that Havertz and Jesus couldn't do, man. So, I think Arsenal fans should be excited by this one, bro.
Yeah, 100%, man. I think it's a statement signing. Definitely a big signing. For me personally, I had him second on my list behind Osimhen. Because obviously we see what the guy's been doing in the Champions League, bro. And in terms of just like the nature of his game, what I'm saying? Very physical. I mean, why do you know that, George?
Said, run the clip. You know what clip we're talking. You didn't want Osimhen, bro. Don't say you had him second behind Osimhen when you said, we're not paying Osimhen's wages. I don't want to pay Osimhen's wages.
So because hold on.
Osimhen's wages.
See, this is what he does. He don't even let me land. So because I don't want to overpay. Hold on, Jules. Because I don't want to overpay the guy, it means I don't want him. Are you okay, bro? I want him.
You complained. So wait, why? No.
I don't want to overpay.
All right, so let me just ask.
We're going on a different tangent. Now. Let me finish what I was saying. And then we'll come back to it. I wanted Osimhen, but clearly no one wants to pay him the wages that he wants. Because we're even seeing news today that United ain't trying to pay him those wages, and he ain't trying to budge.
Yeah.
Right?
United don't want to pay. Yeah.
So I'm not gonna mock the signing of Gyokeres. The only concern that I had, right, when it comes to Gyokeres, because I even said this when.
Can I jump in quickly? Though? There's a little caveat. I swear, if you want a player, you don't care what you pay. You just pay what you need to pay.
It doesn't work like that. 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 It does not work like that, bro.
You can keep saying that. That doesn't deny.
Just because I think
came on here numerous of times and argued with LB, with Roms, and I agreed with you at times regarding Osimhen, but that's besides the point where I agreed regarding his wages. You argued with LB when he said when we were all laughing at LB being Osimhen's agent, working with Osimhen behind closed doors, and we're saying we literally said pay the money. If you want the player, pay the money. You're there creating a smear campaign on Osimhen's name as he wants all this money. No one's going to pay him this money. He needs to drop his demands. If you want the player and he's your number one option, you shouldn't care. Just like
that's what I mean. That's how I know you're a terrible businessman, bro. Because I'm not gonna get bumped just because I want the guy. Yeah, if I want to go buy the house, I'm not gonna now pay 200k more because I want the house. I'll pay what I think the house is worth. And Osimhen for me was not worth the amount of money that he was asking for, bro. Regardless of me wanting him, right? But anyway,
if you feel he's gonna elevate you,
I'm sorry, bro. I am not overpaying for Osimhen.
He doesn't want to keep talking about it because he knows he's wrong. The more he talks, the more silly he sounds.
And what I am saying right now, multiple other clubs in the Prem do not want to pay this guy that money, bro. That's the reason why he hasn't even got a move right now. Because the money he's asking,
I agree with you. I don't think I don't think you should be paying it. I agree with you. But you come on here and first said that's your number one option. If something's your number one option, you'll go beyond the means. You'll put down what you need to get that player.
I think the money he's asking for is beyond our means. In fact, I don't think he was worth that, bro. As much as I
Therefore,
wanted,
he can't be your number one target then. Because if it's your number one, you'll do anything for the player.
Bro, hold on. My pipe dream was Isak. That was never gonna happen, right? And I said to you lot that Osimhen would suit Chelsea best. But we're not on Chelsea right now. Let's talk about Gyokeres, man.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Let's stick to Gyokeres.
The main concern that I had, Potts, because you know Jem loves Gyokeres, but he wanted Chelsea to sign him, right? And I was like, bro, a lot of the goals that I'm watching from this guy, he's in a lot of space. Yeah, he's not gonna get all that space in the Prem. That's the problem that I've got, right? But on the flip side of that, when you look at how Gyokeres is in the box, he knows how to create chances for himself, and he's quite physical. So he might be able to adapt to the Prem a little bit easier because he's not the worst on the ball, but he's not that technical on the ball, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? But that's the main concern that I had personally, just the amount of goals he was scoring in open space. And yeah, in terms of headers, I don't think that's his strongest skill. But in terms of just striking a ball and the chances that he'll be getting, he'll definitely score more goals than Havertz for sure, bro.
This is the thing. I don't need him to be a Haaland because Haaland's a freak, right? And I don't expect him to be a Haaland. I'm not expecting him to go and get 50 goals, whatever it was Haaland got in that treble year. I know that he's going to be better than Havertz. I know he's going to be better than Jesus. And out of the options we could have had, other than Isak, he was the one on my top of the list. I think he's really good. And I look at the goals he's scoring, and people can say it's the Portugal league. Well, just name me 3 other players that have scored anywhere near what he scored in the Portuguese league. You can't. Right, so with Sesko, 13 goals in Bundesliga, you could say that Patrick Schick was better than him. Marmoush was better than him, and he went to Manchester City. So I can't sit there and get excited about Sesko. But for me, I think Gyokeres is the guy we've now got to deliver. And there'll be one or two things here, Saeed, right? It'll be, right, Arsenal have now got their striker, go win. Or it'll be, what the hell is it with Arteta and attackers? One of those things is going to get known because there's been problems with our attack, without a doubt, when Mikel Arteta has tried to go to this kind of resolute, compact. He now needs to change the style of play to get the best out of Gyokeres for me. We can't be just lumping balls into boxes. I know that he can hold it up well, but like Donna said, he's not like the best in the air, although he's quite tall, he's good enough. But I'm not really be pinging it onto his head. I need this guy on the ball. So I think that will be very interesting for me. But yeah, man, it's interesting that Don was wanting Gyokeres. I like that. That's a good thing that he wanted Gyokeres and Arsenal have got him. So that means it's a good thing for me, man, for sure.
you know, I think for me, it was one of them where the Sesko one, I thought generally like Arteta fancied him, bro. Like he had this obsession with him, bro. But it looks like maybe Berto has stepped in, man, and said, yo, listen, we can get this guy Gyokeres. That one Sesko isn't attainable right now. We don't know his fee. You know, we don't know what's going on with him. We know
there's no reason to buy Sesko over Gyokeres, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Give me one good reason. Give me one good reason why anyone will buy.
He's younger, and he's more. He's future proof, maybe, like in terms.
Yeah, but Arsenal are not in the future. They're in the here and now. They are in, like, if they don't win a trophy this year, like, and you know what I'm saying, they're muddied. Like this is, you know, people going about the phases, phase 8. Like, it's like no joke now. Yeah, we're talking like 5-6 years since they last won a trophy. Yeah, still giving this manager even more money. So, you know, they need to deliver. They need a left winger as well. Yeah. And then they got to go win a trophy, man. There are no excuses, man. They're out of time, innit? Do you know what I mean? They're out of time, man. So this guy's been here 6 years.
This is the signing that is this is the win now signing. You know what I mean? This is a win now signing. It's not, I'll wait a few years, wait till see how Sesko gets in. Oh, any of that crap, man. We got a young enough squad. Let's get, you know, that Norgard, if he does come in, is going to be the oldest player at 31 in the whole of the squad. So we've got rid of all the guys with experience. We need someone who's ready now to get us across the line.
There's no excuses for Arsenal now, bro.
But say again.
There's no excuses now for Arsenal, innit? It's like if you don't win, I mean, to be honest, there's no excuses this year or the year before, to be honest, yeah. But like at the same time, like this year, there ain't no excuses that no top gooner, yeah, as they call it. There's no excuses that
you know what it is. Do you know why yesterday, yeah? When I saw the news break, I was annoyed because Potts will tell you and all the Arsenal fans, in the last 3 seasons, Arsenal have had so many draws where they've created 20 plus chances, but they've had Jesus, they've had Havertz, they've just had people on the end of them that can't hit the back of the net. This guy, for me, I know rivals can do the hating thing, whatnot. I genuinely think he's going to get at least 22 to 27 league goals, not even all competition. I think he's going to hit the ground running because Arsenal create an abundance of chances, but just have bums on the end of them. I think this is a great signing. This is the type of signing I was speaking about last week, right? When you see Arsenal linked to Madueke and Sesko and that, I don't know about LB, but I'm happy. I'm smiling. I'm like, these aren't going to compete with us. But when you start seeing them linked to the likes of Eze or Gyokeres, talks of Rodrigo now, got Zubimendi over the line. That's when I'm like, you're serious now. That you actually want to compete again. So I think this is a great.
We need a serious one though, Roms. None of this. This is why I didn't want all the Norgard and Madueke and all that. That's fine if they're coming in on top of what we're getting. Like, I've got no problem. If you're bringing me Eze, Rodrigo, and Gyokeres, and you want Madueke, that's cool. But if you're bringing in Madueke instead of the others, that's where I've got problems. You're bringing in Sesko over Gyokeres, that's where I've got problems. And for me, it looks like Berta has come in and it means business now, because I was really worried when we brought in Zubimendi and we were linked with Sesko. Norgard has been told that he's an Arteta signing. I was thinking, what was the point of bringing in Berta? Like, he's just literally getting the deals Arteta wants over the line. True. I think what he's doing now, Mosquera apparently is definitely pivotal to what Berta was doing. Likewise, obviously, Gyokeres, and there's talk about him putting in place some plans or talks with Rodrigo and Eze. So I think they're the sort of names we should be linked with. Hopefully we get them across the line and we can be serious again, because I need to see a better summer than Marino, Calafiori, and Sterling, man. That was a disaster. Like, there's the side dishes. Where's the main?